All right, everybody, what's up? What's going on? I just want to check in with y'all right quick. Just to say right quick, this is gonna be my last time talking about this topic here. Um, and I want to cap it off with Fat Joe. All right, he has been spreading the narrative that Latinos, Puerto Ricans were there at the very genesis of hip hop, the beginning. All right, he's saying that blacks and Latinos created hip hop 50-50, half and half. So if he's saying that, and if you go by his theory and his timeline, this is what I think it should be. Excuse me. Look, excuse me. Sorry about that. Had to catch that yawn. Now check this out. Latinos, Puerto Ricans, blacks, whatever. Blacks and Puerto Ricans creating hip hop from the beginning 50-50. Now, if we go by his timeline, he's saying from the early 70s. And we'll go from the timeline of that, the narrative of when Kool Herc started having his parties in 73. So we'll say from 73, we'll give it 20 years. Let's say 73 to 93. If Latinos were there creating hip hop from day one, then that means 20 years after the creation of hip hop, they would have already been well established in the game, just like brothers were. All right? Now let's check this out. Fast forward. In the 90s was totally black culture. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that the 90s was ruled by black culture. Music, fashion, movies, soundtracks, television, sports, whatever it was, we killed it. But when it comes to hip hop, if we go by 1973, saying that's the genesis of hip hop, or that year was, let's just say 20 years fast forward. By the time 1993 came around, there were a whole lot of independent black record labels. There was Death Row, So Def, Bad Boy, most definitely Def Jam, Uptown Records. You see what I'm saying? Not even just hip hop. It was R&B. It was LaFace Records. It was quite a few. Okay, a lot of well-established black hip hop and R&B producers, managers, A&Rs, all of that, right? And we're starting from day one. So from 73 on up to 93, by the time 93 came around, brothers and sisters were well established and taking control of their own culture by that time. Now, if we go by Fat Joe's timeline, where are all the independent record labels started by the Latino company? I mean, corporate community. Man, my tongue is so tired. Where are all the independent labels that were started by the Latino community in 93? Because Fat Joe came out right around 93, right? Early 90s. But he got put on by FBA men, FBA brothers. His first single, Flojo, was produced by Diamond D. He ends up becoming a part of one of the greatest production crews ever, DITC. He doesn't make any beats, but he's part of DITC. You see how much love we be showing people? All right. Here's a guy that's got his foot in the door by FBA black men. All right. He's getting production right now from Cool and Dre. Early on, his career was helped by Murder Inc., Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, Ashanti. He was hanging out with them for a little bit. All throughout the course of his career, it's been mainly FBA supporting him, backing him, buying his records, going to his shows, supporting him, because we've been seeing him around our brothers and sisters, okay? So now, what is going on? Where's all of these independent Latino record labels was all these Latino A&Rs, record producers. All right, where's all of that? If you saying, Fat Joe, that the Latino community was there to help build hip hop from day one, well, we're just going 20 years in after that. If you're saying that, where is the Latino record labels? Because if that were the case, you would have signed to one by the time you got on. In the early 90s, you wouldn't have signed to another label. You would have signed to a label that was basically ran, managed, upheld, and fully owned by someone from the Latino or Puerto Rican community. They didn't have those in 93. They didn't have any hip-hop producers from the Latino community. If there was, it was probably Muggs, DJ Muggs. And if maybe just a handful, but I know DJ Muggs for sure. And you wasn't working with him. He was from the West Coast. You didn't get no production from him. You didn't join the Soul Assassins, did you? You didn't do no music with Be Real and Cypress Hill. You didn't do none of that. You didn't get with Lighter Shade of Brown. You see what I'm saying? You didn't do nothing with Kid Frost. You only did music with black people. So if black people and brown people, the Latino community, were there creating hip hop from day one, and 20 years in, where are all the Latino or Puerto Rican record labels in 93 that was signing up all the independent, up and coming, underground, bubbling rappers from your community? Because y'all stick together. So if y'all had a whole shitload of record labels, and by that time, like we did, you wouldn't have signed with anyone else but your own people. You wouldn't have got music production from anyone else but your own people. Y'all didn't do none of that. So you couldn't go and get with your people because y'all wasn't in position at that time. And you still not in position right now. So Fat Joe, you have it all wrong. You get it all wrong, fam. You know, all this stuff that y'all going around here saying is very disrespectful. And we're not taking that stuff no more. You know? Y'all going around here saying, and I mean, the stuff that you're saying is very detrimental. You're trying to rewrite history. You are trying to rewrite history. And there's no need for you to do that. We're not taking anything away from your community who made major contributions. But y'all came in with y'all contributions later. Not early on, and most definitely not from the Genesis. Late 70s, 77, 78 is when y'all finally was making a presence. So take that and run with that, man. Take that. Don't take nothing from us. So no, we're not buying your music. We're not buying Busta Rhymes music. We're not supporting anything Pete Rock is doing, or Rotimi, or Ashanti. I mean, not Ashanti, but Rihanna, or Nicki Minaj. All y'all just been very disrespectful to us. We don't have to support y'all. We're most definitely not supporting you and Busta Rhymes. And for Pete Rock. Yeah. So that's all I got to say on that, fam. Like, share, subscribe, comment, post, repost, retweet. Let it be known. We're not doing this anymore. We're preserving our culture. We're protecting our culture. We're standing guard of it. And you are a guest. You are a guest in our house, fam. So you might as well get your dirty ass feet off our couch and get the hell out of our house. We out of here. Preserve the culture.